All right, second guest for the Neptune's Room podcast, Mr. Billy Higgins.
How y'all doing? I love what y'all got going on, man. I seen the first one with Coach Scott. I was like, man, they really doing it. It inspired me. I was like, I gotta come on here.
Yeah, we saw him talk about you like 7 times. So
Yeah, he loved me.
yeah, so we figured we had to get you on so you can talk about your story. Let's start with your childhood.
Childhood, really, like, for real, ever since I can remember, like, I just loved football, for real. Love football. I always been, I have 2 sisters, so I'm the only boy, for real. So, like, I'm just the ball of energy in the family, and that's what it is. I loved football as a kid. Like, just wanted to play football, skateboarded a little bit. I still got the skateboarding, though, down pat. But once I started playing football, I stopped doing skateboarding, just focus on that. And really, just like that, for real, that's all I knew. And up until about college, once I really had to lock in, like, okay, it's more out there than that. But that's really, like, my childhood, yeah. It was fun, though. My childhood was fun. I busted my head open, like, at least 6 times, so that should tell y'all.
Wait, can you explain one of those?
One time, I'll explain one time the craziest. Me and one of my old friends back when we was living in Dunwoody named Frankie, we was on a slip and slide. He went one way, and I'm just trying to cause havoc. He goes one way, I go head on to him, and literally, like, his 2 front teeth went into my head back here. It was just like, and then my joint was just leaking. I have a picture, actually. I had my head wrapped, and they gave me some type of, because I didn't want staples. Once they said staples, I started crying. Like, no, I don't want those. But they gave me, like, these, like, Band-Aids that just glued it together. But it was a cool story, for real. Shit hurt, though. It hurt.
All right, so when you were growing up, like, is there like any like game or like moment you remembered, like, to where you were just realized you were just like better than everybody, or like not everybody, but you know what I mean? Like, yeah, the most.
It was never like, I don't know, for real, because I was never that dude, for real. I always had like people that already had names and stuff around me, so I was never really that dude. But like when I was playing outside with my friends, I was that dude. Like, nobody could stop. I always knew I had it in me. Like, I'm a defensive player, but like I really played, like, if I was fast, I would play receiver. I love playing that. I'm better at that than I am. No, I'm just a football player. I'm just a football player. I'm not better. But the only time I ever felt like that was my freshman year of college. But I was like real immature, so I didn't take that, like, I kind of took advantage of it, you know what I'm saying? So that was the only time I ever felt like I was better than everyone. But like now, I could know I'm better than someone, but I wouldn't even, like, I'm not trying to do that. Like, I like to be humble, for it. That's something my dad always told me, be humble. But once I stopped playing, like, now that I'm done playing, like, I've been talking my shit a little bit. Like, yeah, I'm him.
All right, so on to, like, high school, and you're playing with Ocean Lakes. Let's talk about the ring. Let's talk about that.
Let's not even talk about. Yeah. I got the ring. I had the ring. I cleaned it too. I haven't worn it in a while. But before we talk about the ring, I want to say, like, the inspiration Ocean Lakes had on us, because it started. Ocean Lakes for me started way before high school, because my mom or dad, one of them, went to school with Coach Scott. So once they found out, like, he was going to Ocean Lakes, it's like, oh, we know him. I was like, I'm going to Ocean Lakes. So, like, I started going to all the games, like, on the sidelines and stuff. And then, like, just seeing, like, people like Justin Hunter, Shamarco Thomas, like LaFonte, that inspired me. Like, that's what made me on some, I'm a football player for sure. Like, I was always a football player, always been born a football player, but that made me like, this is what I'm going to do. So, like, that just made this happen, if that makes sense. Just being inspired from that. And everybody that was on this team was kind of on the same type time. So Ocean Lakes was just the place to be when I was in middle school. Like everyone wanted to go there, everyone. So like to play for that is just like I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to get on the field. That's what it was really. But when we could talk about the ring year, that ring year was crazy. This team 21, we still all have our same group chat to this day. Shouts out to all of them, Larry, Pluto, Jacque, Jalen, um, Jason. Who else we got in there? Brendan. We got everyone. Giovanni. Everyone in that group chat. We still locked in like this. Like it's it was a crazy bond. This Team 21 thing. We did 21 110s all time. Crazy. And Coach Scott was on like. Matter of fact, that was just the conditioning test. Once we got in trouble because some Skittles spilled in the Scola, and it was like Coach Scott counted 36 Skittles, so we had 36 110s. It was crazy, man. But nobody can take this away from us though, cause like everyone thought we was just like nice, but we worked for it for real. Like we really put in that crazy work, like we were college or something. It was crazy, and that's installed to this day. Like I ain't never played for no team that like had us working how we did at Ocean Lakes. Shouts out to Ferrum, but when we was at the lakes, we was putting in that work.
Once you're on that field, like who do you like model your game after? Like, is there like a safety or a linebacker that you like?
So when Coach Scott was out here calling you the honey badger.
And I always just like, I just looked up to me for real because I knew like nobody is like me. You know what I'm saying? Like I always watch Reuben Foster highlights and everything, but once I grew up and like started to understand the position of linebacker and like understand defense and like really understand football instead of just playing it, I was who I looked up to because I knew I looked up to myself because everyone looked down on me. So I knew what I could do, but I wanted to show other people. But yeah, but I definitely looked up to like when I was my freshman year of high school, I definitely looked up to Eli, Churchy, for the whole Harold family. They're crazy. Like all of them was like this in high school. I'm gonna be like that when I grow older. But them, Justin Hunter, Shamarko Thomas always been a big inspiration, and then like Scotty McGee too. And my dad, he played with Plexico Burris, so like just seeing him in the league was like, like it's possible I could do it. Mm-hmm. Them for real. As being a person wise, Brandon Simmons too. He is a great football player, but he's a great person as well.
All right, so going through year by year from your high school, what was your freshman year like?
Oh man, my freshman year during the summer, it was great. Like we had practice, I'm doing good. I'm playing receiver at the time, not even playing defense, playing receiver. I get my starting job, and then one day we was in the locker room like fooling around, the fire alarm go off. So like I told y'all, I'm like the class clown dude, you know what I'm saying? Then, not now. Don't play with me now. But my name gets into it, like the fire alarm thing. And I'm like, all right, I didn't do it. I'm going to just go in there. I get in there in the office, and let's say we all sitting right here. Instead of us, it's Jason, Lewis, Jacque, and some other dude. I forget. But they all have offers, like Division I offers. And I'm young, so I'm like, I'm going to hold it down, y'all. I'm going to hold it down. I did it. And once I called my dad afterwards, I was like, look, I took the blame. Like, they're suspending me and all that. He was like, hell no. Like, you don't do that. So I went back, and I'm like, all right, look, I didn't do it. I just tried to take the blame. But ever since then, everyone believes I did it. So that was my freshman year. Like, that was before I even got into high school, that's what it was. Like, he pulled the fire alarm. But I could never, like, nobody ever, still to this day, like, nobody's going to believe me that I didn't do it, but I didn't. Miss Ramey seen that I didn't do it, too. She didn't want to speak up, though. I don't know why she didn't. But it was like that, and, like, I was pretty cool with, like, the older heads. So I was hanging out with, like, older heads, too, a little bit. It was fun. My freshman year, every year I had at Ocean Lakes was fun, but freshman year was like, okay, I'm seeing what high school is like. I can't be the same person I was in middle school and high school. I gotta tighten up a little bit, but I'm still. I came into high school at 13, like, so I'm childish. Like I was childish, so that I was childish literally up until like my junior year of college for real. But freshman year really just it was that's where I met everyone. It was cool. Freshman year was cool. Sophomore year was supposed to be my year on JV because
Before we get on to sophomore year, if you didn't pull the fire alarm,
who did?
who did?
I wish I could tell you.
Coach got off camera. He said Billy pulled the fire alarm.
Coach, I'm trying to look you in your eyes right now if you're watching this. I did not pull that fire alarm. And I wish I wouldn't tell if I know who did it, but I wish I did know who did it because it was not me. Like, it really wasn't me. Shouts out to McClenny, though, man. McClenny know the real.
So sophomore year.
Sophomore year. Sophomore, because freshman year, Coach Ramey had us in the weight room heavy, so I'm getting a little bit bigger, and I get to pick my number and everything because, like, with Ocean Lake, unless you was already nice for real, you got to play JV first and then go to varsity. Like, 2 years of JV, 2 years of varsity. But it was lit because our JV was nice. Like, we always was undefeated. So this year was, like, my year. It was supposed to be my year type thing. Like, I was at receiver and linebacker. And I had the first scrimmage, I had got hurt. So, like, I'm fighting off the lineman like this, and one of my players hit me like this, and I separated my AC joint up here. So, like, it was literally like, bro, I had to, like, pick my arm up and do that. That's like, I couldn't control it. So I got hurt, and then this is what made it, if it wasn't for this, I probably wouldn't even be here right now type thing, as in, like, getting light shined on me as a football player type thing. But when I got hurt, I got in trouble. Me and Trey Hubbard, we had got in trouble goofing around on the back of the bus because we weren't playing. And we had to get put through punishment, like a 2-week punishment with McClenny. I don't know. Y'all know McClenny? Yeah, so y'all know what that's like. But Coach Scott, he had told McClenny, he said, give them a punishment that will make them quit. And like, I love football so much, I'm not quitting. Like, it was fun being out there. I might wake up hurting every single morning through this punishment, but, like, it was just fun being out there with the guys. So there's no way I was quitting. No way. So, like, once Coach McClenny seen that I ain't quit, he was like, all right. It put, like, a little bit of light on me. But once Coach Lilly told him, like, yo, he could play, that's when it was like, all right, let's see what he could do then. And then ever since then, that's when Coach McClenny really slowed down the position of linebacker for me. Like, I knew how to play linebacker, but when he slowed it down and showed me everything, like, that's sacred to me now. I'm not telling nobody that. But yeah, that was sophomore year. And then junior year, when we won states, that year was a movie. Like, we should have had a documentary the way it went. Like, it was so fun. It was so fun, but it was like, the motto was, we on the bus. Like, we're getting on the bus this year. So my freshman year, my bad, let me take this. My freshman year, we went to state championship. So, like, I got to feel what that was like as a freshman. And the year after that, no, we lost that first year, literally by like 6 inches for real. But we lost that first year, and then the second year, we thought we was gonna go right back. Like, this is like, there's no way we losing with this team. And then I wasn't even playing on this team, but I remember it because, like, we was practicing with them, and I remember we was at Kellen when that happened. But I think it was a green team.
Colonial Ford.
Yeah, wait, was it Colonial Ford?
I think it might have been out.
I don't know. I remember the dude's name though, Daniel Azagu. That's what he did to us. He did that to us, and we lost. And then this year when we run the ring, it was just different, bruh. It was like we all wanted to do that. Like, we all, like, everyone on the team, we're not getting a junior class ring. We're about to win a state championship ring. Like, that's how we are going about it. Like, but we worked just as hard too. Like, we getting into it with the offense every practice, but that's what made us better. Like, that's like But it's crazy, like, we were all so close, though, too. So I think that's what did it for real. We couldn't have done it without the bond that we had and also what we went through, man. We went through a lot during that season and in the beginning of the season. We went through a lot, but we held it down. We held it down. And we had to win because I tweeted, like, before the playoffs, like, we're going to win the state championship. So we had to win. And once we won, it was up. It was that's when we made a group chat on the ride back. Ride back. Yeah.
So in that year, was there any moment that was like, we might not win it? Like something that just like really tested your character the whole year? It was just like, yeah, we got it.
It was like, it wasn't like, yeah, we got it, like, we're going to do it. It was, we got to do it. Like, there's no other option. We knew we were going to do it, but it's like we worked as if we didn't know it was going to happen. But it was never, ever no doubt in that team, ever. I'm trying to think of a game where I really... It wasn't. It was maybe one head turn was like, oh, when we played Smith and they scored first 2 times, but that game was fun too. But nah, no doubt after that. Like no doubt in that team. Leave no doubt, actually. Shouts out to Giovanni.
What was it like getting recruited, and what year of high school did that start for you?
I think it was after my junior year, because my junior year, that's when we won states, but I wasn't a starter, but like we was blowing people out so bad that I got the whole second half to myself. So like, even though I wasn't a starter, I was still the number 3 person on the leaderboards and tackles and stuff like that. So I started getting recruited by, my first school was Shenandoah. I never got recruited by like no big school. Maybe like some like tweets, inbox or something like, but never no real recruitment or something. But I always felt like I should be like, dang, I should be like, I want to go on a visit with these guys. They having hella fun. I ain't never get to do that. But that's what made me who I am today, though. I'm glad I ain't get none of that. I'm glad none of that happened for real. Maybe if I was 6'2", though, I wouldn't be glad because I'd be in the league. But me now, I'm glad I didn't get any of that.
Speaking on recruiting, you had like a little scandal or whatever with like Richmond, like the Richmond Spiders.
Yeah,
what happened with that? All right, so your next year, your senior year of high school, you guys really did it. Y'all ended up being top 10 ranked on USA Today.
I think it was number 6. This one is number 9, I think.
And y'all were top 10 on other outlets too. So like, just walk us through that year and what it was for you guys.
That year was fun too. That year we was like, we're going back to back. We had all the tools to go back to back. Like, we lost Jason, gained Kalen. Like, Kalen is the craziest football player I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes. So like, we're going back to back. That was the vibes we were on, is that we're going back to back. But I think it was like the first 4 games or something. Coach Scott had got like suspended or something, but that didn't stop us. Like, we knew we was playing for him type thing as much as we was playing for each other. Like, for real, when I was at Ocean Lakes all 4 years, it was like it was a family. It was a real family. Like, I guarantee I could hit up anybody from them 4th years, like, and we'll hold a convo. But senior year was fun. Senior year, we had a lot of players that, like, that weren't as big as, like, the year before, but they wanted it just as bad. They worked just as hard, and we just loved it. We were pretty immature though. We were immature because we thought we had it, but that year was fun. I love them guys. We had some crazy stories too about that year. I don't know if I could.
Tell it like it was.
Yeah. One we had, so for real, the ring team, they had all the older guys that Coach Scott really trusted. Like, the leaders on that team, like, those are some true leaders, and he trusted them. But it was this Halloween party that they did the year that we won the ring, and they did it the following year. The first year, everything was cool. We got the older guys there, the leaders, cool. Everything's cool. Our senior year, we asked Coach Scott at the volleyball game, because we went to the volleyball game to support the volleyball girls. And we're like, Coach, could we go to this party? Of course, we left out that it was going to be, like, drinks and stuff there. But he was like, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. And I'll never forget this. Coach McClenny told me, he's like, bro, you better not go to that party or I'm going to wash my hands with you. And when he says that, like, he's serious. And I'm getting a haircut for the party. When he texts me that, I'm like, I'm going to this party. So we all get there, and it's like it's lit for real. Everyone just gets the same text at the same time. Coach Scott is like, you lying. You guys are lying. I'm on the way right now. And this is in Sandbridge. You know how Sandbridge is. It's one way in, one way out. Yeah. And, you know, we're young. We were drinking and stuff, so we had a team meeting in the room, like whole team meeting, but we can't even take each other serious, right? We're all literally the whole team in one room, like, what are we about to do? You know, coach is really on the way. Like, what are we about to do? Desmond, he's funny. He just goes and say, oh, Coach Scott is outside. Bro, I lied to you not. All of us ran right out the back to the beach. Running down to the beach, it was crazy. It was like probably 20 of us running down the beach. We were scared. Like, this is, like, our coaches had, like, we were scared of them for real. Like, not scared, but, like, you know what I'm saying? We're not finna disrespect our coaches. We're not about to, like, we listened to them. We knew they knew right, so we listened. So, but we were scared for real when we was running down this beach. And it's 20 of us, right? So we're like, hold on, y'all. Let's just pray on it. We all circle up. 20 of us, bro, hand by hand, just circled praying, like, please don't let us get in trouble. Please don't let us get in trouble. And I didn't witness this, but they said Justin and them, they was in the whip laying back, and Coach Scott poked his head in there and like, y'all having a good night? Justin like, yes, sir. But we all got caught up for that, man. We was the type, our team was the team that's like, we gonna get caught for the stuff. 2015 team, they got away with everything. But we were better than them. We were better than them for sure. To me, we got cheated when we played Ocean Lakes, Oscar Smith, our senior year. They called back like 3 touchdowns. We weren't even supposed to play them there, but we played them there. We're the number 6 team in the country, number 1 team in the state. Why are we playing at your house? You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. And you know, they cheated us for we would have won. We would have went back to back with that team. But it is what it is. The 2015 team, I was like, bro, y'all suck. Y'all lost to Smith. The Smith Ocean Lakes rivalry is crazy.
How is it now seeing your former coach? Like,
he knows what it is. But like I told him too. We had a conversation about it. I was like, Coach, like, you gotta do what's best for you and your family at the end of the day. I understand that, but I don't know if I could be at the games and stuff. But I pulled up to a few games, but I understood everything. Like I felt like people were trying to like make Ocean Lakes and Coach Scott like separate, you know what I'm saying? When if you would have said there's something special, like it was already something special, but it would still be something special. But so I understood like, bro, do what you got to do. I feel you. I feel you. But Coach Scott, he gonna do what he gotta do. But I'm not tripping. Like all of my friends like coach for them, so we definitely give them like a hard time in the group chat. Like, bro, you really coach for Smith now. Like you're a traitor, bro. You coach for Smith. But other than that, like it's all love. It's all love. But you're not gonna catch me wearing that type of blue and that type of gold. I believe Ocean Lake's blue and gold, not Oscar Smith.
Yeah. So let's talk about Ferrum. So like, how'd you get recruited by Ferrum?
So I wasn't even I wasn't getting recruited by Ferrum. I was getting recruited by Averett, and I had committed to Averett just because I wanted to sign somewhere on signing day. I never went on a visit, didn't know what it was like. I just committed because I wanted to sign on signing day, and that didn't end up working out. Well, it kind of did because that coach from Averett was now my Ferrum coach, but one of my friend, well, he wasn't my friend at the time. He just played on the same team. We was brothers through that, but we ain't hang out outside of that. But Larry Baranski, he slipped a note under the head coach's door because he went to Ferrum and like about my name and stuff, and I just ended up getting a call, and we went on a visit. And my mom, and my grandpa was with us. They really loved it, and they was like, "You need to go here. You need to go here." I hated it for real. I thought it was too small. Like I wanted to go to a big school and have the real college experience, be on TV. Like I wanted that as a youngin'. But that was that's how they started recruiting me. But once they seen my film, they knew what it was. Like I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna be the guy. So when I first came in there, this was the first time I felt like, okay, I'm better than everyone, and I'm finally that guy on the team because when I played for Ocean Lakes, it was nothing but Division I kids on the team, so I was never that guy. So once I got to Ferrum first day of practice, like I'm doing what I gotta do. I'm laying the wood. We only got helmets on, so I just had to make a name for myself there.
You gotta pause that.
Man, he is trouble, bro. He in trouble, bro. I like that though. You keeping me on my word. I'm not saying pause. All right. So my first time when I got to Ferrum, this was the first time that I felt like I was that dude of the school, that person on the team, like the best person on the team. And it was a curse it was a blessing because I had that confidence as a freshman, and that goes a long way. Like it's a lot of freshmen that have it. They have it, but their confidence doesn't have it. You know what I'm saying? So it boosted my confidence, but it made me feel like I was better than everybody. Like, oh, I don't need this. I'm just trying to get my stats and get out of here. That's what my mindset was, because I was starting. I'm like, okay, if I start here, I know I could get some type of playing time at another level. But that's what I don't regret it because it made me who I am today. But that it was a curse because I felt like I was above people and like I got special type of treatment. Like, nah, I shouldn't have looked at it like that. But that's how I looked at it. And I started the first like 5 games, leading the team in tackles, freshman player of the weeks, and we had went over. It was Hampton Sydney game, and we had went over this play every day in practice. It was the whip route, and they ran it. First time I shut it down. I'm like, word. Second time they went and faked out and kept going in, and they got me. Threw it to him. It was like 73 yards. He didn't score though, but my coach took me out, and when he took me out, I just couldn't handle it as a 18-year-old. I couldn't handle it, so like I got into it with him about that, and after that, I didn't play no more. But I was like, yeah, I'm gone. I'm out of here, and I got in some trouble. That year too. Like, they couldn't trust. Like, the coaches couldn't trust me up there. Like, they could trust what I did on the field, but they couldn't trust me as into, okay, if they go in this formation, I gotta check this, or they couldn't trust me on some. What is he doing in his room right now? Because we had got caught stealing the golf carts on campus, and we just like, all right, listen, y'all. Ferrum is in the middle of nowhere, in the mountains, literally middle of nowhere. If you have Sprint, don't even go there because you're not gonna have connection. But like that's what was fun to us, bro. It was literally nothing. Like, so we took the carts. It was me and my old roommate Queese, my brother Queese, and we took it the first time. And once we got away, we was like, bro, we got to put the guys on. So once we got the guys on, that's when it got too much, and we had got caught. We ended up I wish y'all knew how Ferrum was so I could show y'all, but basically we were riding down the street, and across the street we seen the cops and just ditched the what you call it. And this was the day before the game, and we thought we was gonna get away with it, but they had cameras. I was about to jump off the second floor just so like I couldn't get caught, but we had ended up getting caught. And we're having our pregame the next day. We're having our pregame meal, and the campus police come in, go straight to Coach Grandy, which was our head coach at the time. And Coach Grandy's eating. He's like, and drops his fork, and then he ends the breakfast. He ends the breakfast, and he just says like, for those of y'all that did what y'all did, y'all knew who you are. Don't let me find out who it is before like, come to me before I find out who it is. And this is literally we about to have a game in like 3 hours. I'm starting at a time. I'm sick to my stomach because I know exactly who it is. It's me. So like I'm sick to my stomach just hoping we have a good game and win. And we did end up winning, but they couldn't trust me. But Coach Grandy he's an understanding guy. He's like, man, you young, you about to do this punishment, but you gotta tighten up, man. You gotta tighten up. And then from me having that good of a start off for the college, I'm like, bro, I don't need to be here at D3. I'm going to ODU. Well, first, I was trying to go to Florida. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm really dumb for real. I was trying to go to Florida International where I knew nobody, no connections, anything. I was trying to go there just because, like, I thought the school was cool, like, in Miami, like, you know. But I couldn't get accepted there because I needed 2 more credits, so I just applied to ODU, got accepted to ODU. But I went to ODU with the mindset of I'm playing football. I reached out to the coach on Twitter, and he's like, once you get accepted, come see me. Like, you're going to be a walk-on type thing. So I'm like, word. Like, this is what I'm doing. So I get there, and the first day I get to ODU, I left Ferrum, right? So I'm at ODU now. First day I get there, I go straight to the office because, like, at this point in time, I was the type of person is if I'm not playing football, I'm not going to school. So I made sure like I'm going to go see this coach type thing. So I went and he had me waiting. The way ODU's thing is set up is like they have like a main center and then the coach's office. I'm waiting in the main center for like an hour 30, almost 2 hours. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gone. Like I'm gonna just hit him up on Twitter. Hit him up on Twitter, and he's like, come back tomorrow. I go back tomorrow. I'm sitting in his office. He get a phone call. He's like, 1 second. And never came back. Never came back. I was waiting there for the longest. So I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm like, it is what it is. So I just was literally just chilling in my dorm room the whole year at ODU. Went to class probably like twice. Literally had a 0-0 there. And that's when I was like, bro, I need to tighten up. So like, I dropped out for real. The second semester, I had probably like a month left. I was like, I'm done with it. Dropped out, and I started working for Dish Network, and that was a pretty good paying job for real. And,
Wait, like, is that the food company?
Nah.
TV, right?
Yeah, Dish
Yeah.
Network.
Oh, like.
You should keep that for real.
Okay.
Nah, but I started working for Dish Network, and like I had to be a grown man then. Like I'm waking up at like 5 in the morning, dang near falling asleep on the ride. Like I was like, I don't know if I want to do this yet. And I ended up getting a new job with the Norfolk Zoo. They were paying $12 an hour under the table though, so I was cool with it, and it was like I was literally chilling the whole day. But I'm working with people that's like 60 years old, and I'm like, I can't do this. I'm not trying to be that. No offense to anybody that is, but that's not me. And so I was like, you know what? Because Ferrum has this thing to where if you leave, you could come back with the same everything, like same money, and you'll be good. So I'm like, all right, I'm going back to Ferrum. And I had to get my transcript from ODU, which was a 0-0, so I had to pay like $4,000 for that. And I got that. Then I couldn't get into Ferrum at first, so I had to appeal it. It was a whole process. And during that time that I was like trying to get back into school and working, like I was going through depression and stuff like that. So like that made me on some, I can't be living the same way that I was living in high school in these prior years. Like, I got to grow up for real. So once I got to Ferrum, once I got back to Ferrum, I started looking at Ferrum for everything it really was. Like Ferrum changed my life. If it wasn't for Ferrum, I don't know what I'd be right now. But when I got there, I knew I had to grow up. So I just started like doing things differently. Started like showing the coaches like I'm locked in with football, but I'm also locked in with schoolwork, and I'm also doing the right things off the field. And like once I did that, that's when the coaches was like, okay, we got you, bro. Like we see you're serious. We got you. And but the good thing about Ferrum, every year I went, they never judged me. Nobody judged me there for the stealing the gate or anything. They always accept me for who I was and saw the good in me. I can't say that the same about Ocean Lakes for real. I love Ocean Lakes to death, but I feel like Ocean Lakes carried me as if I was a truly bad person, a bad kid, like I'm really gonna go to jail or something just because I'm like a class clown or something. But Ferrum never did that. Ferrum loved me for who I am and all that. Like I'm gonna bring my kids to Ferrum whenever I have kids. But that was the year I was like, I gotta tighten up. And once I couldn't even play football that year because the coach was like, nah, like you left us. You gotta show me you're really with it. So I had to do like all this extra stuff. But during that time, like that's when I was becoming a man. Like started seeing things in different perspective, like people over there doing like dumb stuff, like I'm gonna just stay away. That type thing. But I couldn't even play football that year, and then the next year I had the same coach from my freshman year, and he just wasn't giving me what I wanted, and I guess I couldn't give him what he wanted either. That's why he wasn't playing me as much. But
You couldn't give him what he wanted, bro. What did he want? Like, come on, man. You gotta get better with this, man.
what you mean? He wants me to be a better player.
This man, I don't know.
He's dirty.
I didn't say anything.
Look, you guys need to post the professional joint and then just post this one for the bloopers. All right, nah, I'm leaving that part out. Anyways, yeah, so that's when I became a man. I really started looking at things differently, and that's what it was. I started accepting Ferrum for what it was, and once I got my mind straight, everything else took care of itself. And then that's when also my junior year of college, that's when I started to understand, like, okay, bro, you might not go to the league. Like, you might got it, like, you might can play, but you don't got the size. Like, you don't even look like a football player. You don't even lift during the season. Like, you're not going to the league. So I understood that. So once I understood that, that's when I was like, okay, football is what I do. It's not who I am. So I just started, like, making connections with people. Like, I'm the type of person now, like, I'll go talk to whoever. Like, I don't care what they look like. I'm going to go talk to them just because I try to get along with everybody just in case, like, I might need them one day. They might need me. It is what it is. And just, like, being genuine, like, building genuine connections and stuff like that. That's what when I was in football, I was when I was all in football, I was the image of that jock football player. But once I realized that I'm more than that, that's when everything started to change. And this leads into my senior season I just started to think, like, what if I didn't play football? Like, where would I be at type thing? So I just carried it as if I never played football before. And I had a goal coming back to last summer. My goal was to meet new friends. Just like a simple goal. But, like, the new friends I met are way totally different than the friends I had. So, like, that's something football, like, stepping away from football taught me, like, just being a genuine person rather than that image that people hold them in. And now I get, like, pissed off if you call me a football player. Like, I'm not a football player. I was a football player. Like, my professor once, he had, like, I'm trying to learn, and I understand he trying to put it in my perspective, but he tried to bring football into it. I was like, bro, stop. Let's learn a different way. I'm not football no more. I'm Billy. But I just felt like I was always looked at as just that.
So for you now, are you completely retired from football, or because I heard you had a few offers overseas?
Oh yeah, I got some things overseas. I got contracts overseas and stuff, but I just look at it like, all right, no disrespect to anything overseas, but that's not the competition I'm trying to be playing. Like, I need to play the best because I feel like I can compete with the best. So, like, overseas thing was cool. It would be a great experience for me, and I do often think about it like, okay, I'm young, it would be cool, but you're going to have to pay me if I'm going to play football now, because what they were trying to pay me was, like, disrespectful for real. Like, I'm not doing that. But, like, I have way more left to give to the game, but I understand that football is going to end someday. So I'm not going to stress myself out. I'm not going to, like, dread every day because I didn't make it to the league. I'm about to do something. I'm about to still make the same check from the league by doing it a different way. So that's how I'm trying to carry it. Like, I got so much more to give to the game, but if I can't get anywhere to pay for my master's degree to go play my last season, or I can't get a contract for a professional team that's paying me a great amount, I'm not going to do it. And I just look at that like, why would I stress? Like, I'm not about to sell my soul for a little bit of money. My body is too. My body is forever. Football is not. So I'm hurt. I be waking up like my shoulders always hurt. So I'm not about to go overseas and give them, because that's something about me. If I step on the field, I'm giving it everything I got, no matter what. So I'm not about to step on that field and do that and destroy my body for that little bit of money when I got different options that's aside from football that's gonna pay me well.
What countries were looking at you?
Brazil and Germany. I had a team in Italy, but when I finished the season of my senior season, I posted that like, you gotta pay me good to play, and he's seen that, and he told me, we're not paying you that much. Good luck with your journey or something. Okay, cool.
What were they offering you?
They were trying to offer me. That team was offering me a good amount. Other than these other teams, but they were trying to offer me like $1,200 a month, but I'm not doing that. And then the other teams was offering me like $200 a game or like $400 a month, and I'm just like, no. Like, I'm pretty sure I could go over there and cut hair and be good, but like, I gotta play. If I'm like, my dream was to go to the league. I'm not going to the league if I'm playing for them. Like, no matter even if I get film over there, the competition is not what I want to play against.
Would you play in the USFL?
They pay good. Yeah, nah, I would probably. Is that actually what I've been seeing on like Instagram and stuff? Yeah, I would play for them. I would play for them, the CFL. Literally, I'll play, like, my minimum, what I would play for is $5,000 a month. That's what I would play for. But if it's not that, then I'm not playing. I'm cool.
All right, so sticking on to like on the field, do you think you ever will be like a coach or anything, or that's not really up your alley?
So everyone says, like, football is in me. Like, you're going to be a coach. But I don't see it, because I love the game as a player. And I done seen what these coaches have to go through and how much time and sacrifice they have like to do to be a coach, and especially at the college level, I just couldn't do it, man, because I couldn't promise that I give you my all the same way in coaching that I do on the field. Like my coach Adams, head coach at Ferrum, he wanted me to coach up at Ferrum, but I just couldn't. I'm not gonna do something if I know I can't give you my all. Like I'm trying everything I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give 110% in it. So if I'm gonna do it, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm not gonna do it if I can't do it. Do that. You get what I'm saying? But I'll coach my son. Like I said, if I'm gonna be a football coach, I don't know if I could be a linebackers coach because I feel like McClenny told me he's Vegas, and ever since he told me that, everything he told me I kept to myself. And yeah, I'll give like the linebacker next to me some pointers, but once McClenny told me he's Vegas, I kept everything he told me to myself.
Let's talk about off the field. I hear you have a few programs up in Ferrum, or
I joined the Brother for Brother program, and that's a program to help minorities seek success. So it's like, cause Ferrum is a place that they accept everybody. So you might have a group of people that don't want to do school, or is just here just because their parents made them, or you might have a people that's, they want to go to school but they don't know what to do. In the Brother for Brother program, we have mentors and leaders to help them. So like, if someone was to come in right now and we're at Ferrum College and he's a freshman, I would get assigned a little brother or two, and my responsibility is to make sure he's doing everything he got to do in the classroom, and I'm also there for him as a brother to lean on aside from school or anything. Like everyone in the Brother for Brother program, you could go talk to them about whatever. And shouts out to Mr. Steele because he does a lot of work behind that, and that's something that I feel more schools need to involve because, a lot of kids go to school not knowing what they want to do just because that's what everyone says you have to do is go to school. So, like, it goes like being successful isn't just doing good in school. It's like also like the way you act, the way you work, like how you go about things, like how you talk to somebody. That's what Brother for Brother does. Like it gives you the mentors and the tools and skills to go from being a boy into a man. And that's one thing we went through. And then also the whole football team at Ferrum College, we go by a thing called BAM, and that's be a man. And we have some principles we go by and we stand by, and that's something that Coach Adams, I respect Coach Adams forever for this because that's something so important to him. Yes, he loves football. He wants to win games, but at the end of the day, he wants to build men. He wants to see you walk across the stage. He wants to see you have kids, have a family, get a good job, you know what I'm saying? Just be successful. And that's something that I feel the football team at Ferrum is great for. They build men, and it's not just X's and O's. And that's something Coach Scott always taught. It's never just X's and O's.
Mm. One of the last few questions we got for you. I noticed that you said for Italy and Brazil you could cut hair there. So is that like a career path that you're on right now?
That's something I'm doing right now. I love cutting hair because it changed my life once I learned how to cut hair, but I don't see myself cutting hair forever. So I'll probably I'm gonna always cut hair because that's something that's never gonna go out of style. But
you can shout out your Instagram for.
Oh yeah, Bill's in the cut, BILLZ, the letter NTHE cut. Located on 1776 Independence Boulevard. Come get with us. If I'm booked, Dontrell can get you, and if he's booked, Chivy can get you. And if they both book, get a house call, but the house call is $80. So tap in. But like I also carry a haircut in like
$80 though?
I gotta come to your house and people be having like low chairs. I gotta squat down, my legs on fire.
I guess, yeah.
You come to the shop, man. You come to the shop, I get you right. You don't want the house call. But I'm gonna come if you want one. But I also carry a haircut in like how I do football too. Like I'm not just a barber. Like I just wanna I'm trying to be in every alley that I'm happy in. So like I'm happy cutting hair. I'm cutting hair until I find something else.
What's your end goal per se? Like, what do you want to?
My end goal is I want to be able to, like, when I have kids, I want to take them to school if I want to. I want to be able to, like, go pick them up if they want to. If they ask me for something, like, you got it. That's my end goal. Like, and do something that I'm happy with. I'll never, like, if I don't like it, I don't care how much money it pays me, I'm not doing it. I consider that selling your soul. But that's my end goal. Like, it's kind of deeper than what it really means. But if I have kids, if I want to take them to school, I can do that. Don't let that go over y'all's head too. Basically, I'm just trying to be my own boss.
All right, so pretty much last question. If you could give like any like recruitment advice to the young recruits around here, just give them some type of advice.
Make sure you do what you want to do at the end of the day. Like, you're gonna have people in your corner saying you should go here, you should go there. Do what makes you happy and what makes the most sense. Don't listen to these coaches if they tell you we're going to give you a starting spot, we're going to give you a number. Go somewhere that you know the degree is going to hold weight when football is over. And don't be so caught up into what everyone else is doing. If everyone else has a D1 offer and all you got is D3 or D2, take that, because show love to who loves you. So don't try to push away things because it's not exactly what you want. Sometimes you get dealt the cards and you got to play with them. So that's my big advice. Just do something. Go where you want to go and where it makes you happy.
As we're shooting this episode, it's the day before Mother's Day. I want to say Happy Mother's Day to my mom.
Yep, happy Mother's Day to mine.
Mom, happy Mother's Day to you too. I know you watching.
Happy birthday to my mom. Her birthday was last week, and happy Mother's Day to her also.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, especially the single moms too. Y'all work hard. I know y'all do. I hear y'all out. Happy Mother's Day, y'all. My mom, this is gonna make her cry, but you know, my mom has always been there for me, and I love her to death. And me and her have a special type of bond, and you know, this is really gonna make her cry. This is funny, but Ma, I love you, and you know I'll do anything for you, and all that. And she did a lot of sacrificing for us. If I get deep into that, the tear is probably running down her eye right now, so I ain't gonna go deeper, Mom. You know where we at with it, and I love you.
Okay, you can answer this question if you want to or not, but if I were like to offer you like a certain amount of money, like what's like the least amount of money for you to slap your mom, like as hard as you can, like honestly, like an honest answer. Because if I were to give you $5 billion, of course you're gonna do it. But if I gave you 70,000, would you?
For real. I would hear you out at first, right? Then I'm gonna go to my mom first, like, Mom, look, this is what they doing. Just let me slap 5 from you real quick, and we'll get right. Nah, I wouldn't slap my mom for real.
If I were to give you $7 million right now, you're gonna do it, and you're gonna break her off a piece. So like, what's like?
I don't know, cause like I said, when I do something, I do it big. So I'm slapping 5. It's like, nah, Ma, I ain't gonna smack you.
All right, well, that was a great second episode of Neptune's Room. We want to thank Billy Higgins for coming up here.
Yeah, and I appreciate you guys. Here, I see the vision, and I love it. I respect it, and I'm gonna definitely stay tuned in. I'm already subscribed.
Thank you.
I gotta go comment on the last video. I didn't comment. I liked it though, and I'm definitely comment, and subscribing on this one. So y'all like, comment, and subscribe for them, and also hit them with a follow on Instagram.
Mm-hmm. But before you do leave, we gotta make sure that you know that we want some of your teammates from that 21 team.
Oh yeah, man. All right, I'm calling them all out by name. I challenge. Okay, Anthony's not here. Jason Lewis, I challenge you because you are here. Giovanni Simmons, I challenge you. Tavion Lamb, I challenge you to come up here.
How about that running back that you played with?
Kalen LeBourne, the crazy. He might not be here, but
we take Zoom calls.
I challenge you. He does do Zoom calls. Jermaine Trotman, come out here. Lawrence Baranski, he did say he would pull up. I told him he did say he would pull up. Lawrence Baranski, Taj Capehart, Trey Hubbard. I'm just thinking about everybody in the group chat. Brendan O'Neal, come out here. Coach McClinney. And Tank, you better come out here.
All right, yeah, that sounds great. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.